You know, our our interview here, I think it's really timely when I post this, it'll probably be in a couple of weeks. So it'll be just before the start of a new semester, Mark.
Oh boy.
There are going to be students that'll probably, there's certainly going to be students that are going to have the same sort of experience you did. What advice, if you're speaking to yourself, what advice would you give those students?
Well, I'd say get out of the high horse that you're on right now, right? Especially if I'm talking to myself, Jay, that's what I'll tell 18-year-old Mark at that point. Um, there, you're going to be, it's going to be challenging. And I've kind of used this as a life lesson for me is really, those challenging moments. You either there two things happen: you learn or you grow, right? And I from that point on, every single obstacle that came through, I took it. I learned from it or I grew from it, and I knew what needed to change. So there's going to be that part in your first semester that where you're just going to have to look internally, and you're going to have to take some self accountability, and know that there's going to be the demand is going to be a lot greater than the demand that you probably had to give during high school. Um, you're going to be surrounded by peers that are just as hungry, if not hungrier, just as smart, if not smarter, than you. So what are you going to do at that point?
Yeah.
I think in high school, there's certain times where I'm going to run to my coach to help me in this situation. I'm going to run to my counselor to help me in this situation. I'm going to run to my principal. I don't agree with this grade that the teacher just gave me.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. That's not the case. You're on your own. You either sink or you swim, and you quickly realize like that you have to be accountable for your own actions.